So, how's our number? What are we looking at? Are we right on time?
Yeah, we're like 58 minutes. You want me to stop?
Yeah, let's turn it off and look at what our average has been.
147 beats per minute.
Yeah, one more than last week, right?
Yeah.
So you're really cracking on at some amazing pace there. And I filmed a lot of our exercises today so that I can put together some material not only for you to see yourself back in terms of how your form is and how your symmetry is, how you're performing, but also to kind of give, you know, the few followers that we have an idea of what it is we're actually doing in here, because what they see is us sitting down at the end of us talking for about 5 minutes about what we did, which is what we're going to do here, but I'll stitch in some of that execution of the exercises that we do. And I wanted that to be part of our discussion today, was how we build into that workout and we build towards this outcome that we measure every time in terms of duration, calories, intensity, by understanding what our average heart rate was at the end. And so the term I use for that is, what did we earn?
Yeah.
And one of the things we might hear on the footage is earn the burn. So when you do the 40 rep posture matrix, you really get a burn in that upper body and those shoulders and that upper back, and you earn that burn. But how do we get there is where I'm coming from. And to talk about how we start and how we build the progressions, and when we get real peaks in our heart rate, what we do in theory, because we proved today that even though we went to constructive recovery at one point, we were working on our mobility in kind of a modified yoga pose to try and bring it down. It actually ended up going up.
Right.
But that's because we're putting the body, certain muscle groups, or even the whole body itself, for a duration of time under a lot of tension. So I just want to really hand it over to you, and the details may come, but is the sequencing of the exercises and the progression something that's logical?
Oh yes, definitely. The fact that the intervals that we're going between are, you know, either from upper body to lower body, but I do feel the progression as the time goes by through the workout, like the compound effects of these grouped intervals really shows towards the middle and the end, where, you know, even though, like you said, we were trying to do some recovery,
Yes.
my heart rate was going higher, and I could definitely feel it, the burn in my legs, where
Yes.
maybe if I do those exercises in the beginning, it wouldn't have been as strenuous as it was towards the middle or towards the end.
Right, or not as impactful potentially,
Right.
because that term that we use a lot too, the furnace is lit.
Right.
And so let's have a short demonstration, and one of the progressions that we used was an area we concentrate a lot on is this left leg. And so we did a lot of bilateral stance, we did a lot of lunge patterns. Just briefly before we do the demonstration, how do you feel like those lunge patterns make sense in terms of their progression? For example, doing the hip flexor stretch firstly from the floor, and then progressing to the reverse lunge with the pipe at shoulder height coming back overhead.
When we're doing that lateral bar movement,
Yeah.
with the two legs, and you know, that's a little bit easier than when we progress to the bilateral.
Sure, the dynamic
And we've got, it's because my quads are already loaded up.
Sure.
And then by the time we got to the end, where we were doing that standing on one leg and then a north, south, east, and west exercise.
Which is what we're going to demonstrate, but once again we earned our way there.
Yeah.
Right? So we talk about bilateral being on both feet, and so we do a lot of bilateral, and you'll see in the movie that we started out with this hex bar loaded at 90, about 135, which is not heavy, but for us it's not about initially being heavy. We did another set later in the workout where we went to 225, so we're building in, we're getting our muscle memory, we're earning the burn, loading building up a bit more, getting the progression, and then did it surprise you at how that balance exercise worked at the end, where we went on single leg stance, which is unilateral? Did it surprise you how tough that was?
Oh yeah, especially on obviously my trouble leg.
Right, sure.
And I could really tell the difference between how my right leg is compared to my left leg. Yeah.
Let's do the demo.
Sure.
So we'll just take a yoga block. And we don't have to go too far in terms of distance or reach. And you use a strong leg as a stance leg.
Yep.
And just go north, south, west and east. So we go to the points of the compass. Good. Come back south. Now go east and then west and behind. Good. So is there any way you could have had the success you felt towards the end of the workout when you were hot, when you were a little fatigued?
I'm probably not as good as what I'm doing right now.
Right.
Because I was to be built up to it.
Sure. Well done. A little tougher on this side, right?
Yeah, this leg.
Which is good for us all to see, because we do so much work on this left side that's unseen when we do the videos where we just sit and talk. So it's kind of fun to do this demonstration and for us to share in the success that we're seeing here, because this is not easy for you, but you're working hard, you're concentrating, and you're getting it done.
Yes.
And you feel like that's giving you some confidence.
Oh yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yes.
Well done.
Thanks, Coach.
Could work out, and we know that through the 60 minutes that we go, that 147 average is not, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
Yeah, well done.
Thanks,
Good
Coach.
work. Really good stuff.